There's also directions on the side, so it tells you everything. I already read it, so I know what I'm doing. Alright guys, welcome back to the Family Dream Farm. Final prep day here. We're 2-3 weeks out from season. Me, Ethan, and Isaac are going to do everything we can to get all the projects on the farm done so we don't have to be in the woods for the next couple weeks. We got to put batteries in cell cameras, check the safety of a couple more stands. We might even hang a couple more stands. We're going to work on a platform, check our watering holes, put in some EHDefense in the new ones especially, and some of the older ones that we really like, to just try and keep the EHD at bay if possible. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a full day. Try and get a podcast in as well. And this will probably be the last Family Dream Farm before we start hunting here in Ohio. I'm in the mega plot right now. I haven't been in here in 2 weeks. We sprayed it about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer, with cleth to kill the grasses, and I gave it a mow about a week after that. It looks beautiful. We're in the middle of a crazy drought. We haven't had rain in weeks and weeks and weeks, and there's none in the forecast. So this food plot is not as tall as I would like it to be, but it's growing the plants that we planted, and it's doing what needs to be done. You can see how mowed off it is from the deer, but I'm going to give you a look real quick. Chicory's heavy. Clover's coming in. That camera right there is dead, so I didn't get so many batteries in it, but I'm pretty happy with the way this food plot's shaping up to be. This is going to be an early season spot. We got a radix over there. Lots of encounters from there with all the great bucks we've ever had on the farm. This is one of the main food sources, so I'm looking forward to it. That was Possum Run. Just cleaned the road out. It's been a couple years since I cleared it out. It's named after a turkey hunt. Man, probably back in 21 or 22, maybe even farther back than that, 2018. Me and Isaac had a bird hammering back here. We were way on the other side of the farm, so we made our way down this road to get in position. And while we were walking on the road, we crossed 3 possums that were just moseying about, not even afraid of us at all. So we started calling it Possum Run. And I ended up killing that gobbler that year, or that day. Actually a pretty awesome hunt. And then I killed my biggest buck ever out of this stand, and we've had just an amazing amount of encounters out of this stand with hitless bucks or up-and-coming bucks, and just a beautiful spot. It's a narrow ridge, not very steep on both sides. The deer like to come up on the upwind side over here. There's like a less steep section that goes down into a bottom, so they just kind of walk that edge. And during the rut, there's does bedding all around these tops before they go out into the food, and the bucks just cruise back and forth. Usually there's a shit ton of rubs and scrapes. Keep my eyes open today to see if I find my first ones of the year, but I'm going to show you a little bit of the topography, and then I'm going to show you, actually I already know where I'm going to do it. I wanted to put a mock scrape up here, kind of early for those, but you know, if I bury a camera I can leave it for a month or so. Last year right here I had one, no camera on it though, because it wasn't very, this side of the farm wasn't very hot for deer activity after the wolf died. But I'm gonna put another mock scrape right there in that same exact spot, throw a camera up, let it ride, come back and check it in a month or so when we start hunting. I turned the camera off just a touch too soon. Found my first one of the year. Not a giant, but scrapes right over my shoulder, stands right over there. And I killed the Traveler right where the general's sitting is where I shot Traveler. So already shaping up the way we want it to. Last look at the broken tine plot before the season. I have plans eventually to hang a mobile set right inside the tree line here because there's a grove of oak trees, but we'll probably just come in and do that some afternoon in October and hunt it that evening. Very grassy. This is not exactly what we planted, but we'll just keep it mowed and green in the future. And we got the mineral lick. Deer love it, so lots of does. We haven't had much for bucks yet, but Lots and lots of does here. So during the rut, you know, the bucks will be close by. All right, guys. Trail, 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 trail. Wise eye. I am deep in the woods, putting this camera right here on this trail intersection, and I'm going to leave it. I'm going to try to leave it all season. There's a huge food plot 100 yards down this valley. This is a thermal pole. The creeks are flowing that direction. You can see there's tops all around me. And I have a stand on the downwind side over there. This is what I would call a thermal hub. You hear a lot about it on the fancy podcasts with people who talk about deer sign and reading topography and public land hunting. But these huge valleys where 3 creeks come together, there's a couple of them on our farm, and they've just been money this summer, and they're gonna hopefully continue to be money throughout the fall. So I'm gonna leave the cell cam on them, let it tell me the information I need to know. It might, you know, they might be slow for a while, but this is the long game. We don't really have a shooter on this side of the farm right now, so once these deer shed their velvet, which they're doing right now, I assume that some of the bucks should start moving around. So my money is that camera will have some of the mature bucks on the farm if there is any, but we'll keep you updated for it. I'm excited. This side of the farm is done. I got all my tasks complete. Time to move on. One thing I take pride in on the family dream farm is, and on my adventures, is cleaning up old beer cans, because everyone around here is an alcoholic. But quite a collection today. I'll get you set up here. I got some Old Bush Light, 2009 era. Don't ask me how I know that. Old Natty, a Michelob Light, I believe. Michelob Light, Budweiser, Bud Light, Twisted Tea, and then some old glass bottles. Probably save those for my one neighbor. He likes that kind of stuff, but not a bad haul in the trash category today. Pretty happy with the way the Seafield food plot crimp job played out. There's some bare spots obviously, but the drought will do that to you. I'm gonna check for that dead EHD deer from the last episode that we talked about as well, or a couple episodes ago. There's a lot of muck because the water is low. We need rain really, really bad. But I'm gonna treat that with the EHDefense when I get a chance here this week sometime. Our watering holes looked really good back in June and July when we had all that rain and things were happening, and now they look really, really bad. So we have the EHDefense kit here for Monster Racks, and we're gonna start treating them all. Probably a little bit later than we would want to, but better late than never. Step 1, toss that packet. Step 2, find a sharp stick. These are small watering holes, so I'm not putting a ton in. They have a pre-measured on here, but and there's also directions on the side, so it tells you everything. I already read it, so I know what I'm doing, but we're going to go around each watering hole and do the same thing. So this watering hole here is my pride and joy, but it's also the one I worry about the most. A couple episodes ago you saw camera that's right here showed sick looking buck in the background. There's a lot of muck now in this one. It's just been so dry that we can't keep water in at the levels we want. So definitely gonna make sure we get this one treated well. It's a two-parter. I have a pipe running from one to the other, but we're gonna do a good job of making sure this one's safe for the deer. And before anybody gets their panties in a wad, this product does not cure EHD, does not cure EHD in the deer, doesn't prevent the midge from existing. This product makes your water healthier so that all the predators that feed on the midge and keep the midge in check with natural levels can thrive. That's the whole purpose of the EHDefense. It's not to kill the midge, it's not to be the only thing in the world. Saves the deer from EHD. They're not claiming that. All it does is make the water safer. It makes the water better for all creatures, and then you get a good ecosystem. And because of that, there's less midge, less chance of your deer getting bit by an infected midge. Some stuff's growing, but we need rain really, really bad. Really bad. It's doing everything it can without having rain for the last 10 days, but we need this thing to get soaked up. There's nothing in the watering hole, obviously.
Family dream takeover for Caleb. Making us film stuff now. But I had a marvelous idea to put our trailer blind, which is our Hawk giant 6-panel huge blind thing, over one of our food plots that we've had a really hard time hunting lately. The stand that's been there, famous stand, we've I don't even know if we've actually killed any deer out of it. We've missed some deer, wounded some deer. Famous encounters with hook. It's a real easy to get to food plot. It's been real hard to hunt. The stand was kind of grown over, old stand. I've been knocking on it with a sledgehammer to try to get it out of the tree, and it's just been a struggle. So we're going to try a different strategy now, and we're going to set up the trailer blind. So that's what we're doing now. dark in here.
One of our shots in the kill plot. The other one out in the field. Alright guys, as you can see I'm pretty sweaty. Just got this blind brushed in. It's on a satellite farm, so you can see we have food plot beans. Hopefully watering a hole in the future if it rains enough. We've been having that crazy drought, so hopefully that gets filled up during the season. But yeah, this is a place where any buck within like a 3-mile radius can cruise through. Not much for it to live in, but cruising buck middle of October would be cool.